You know what time it is. It's time for Wednesday Wisdom Nugget. So, my Wednesday Wisdom Nugget for this Wednesday is about comparing. So, comparison it's a thief. Never compare your life to anyone else. In this social media generation, I feel like everyone, myself included, is always trying to compare somebody else's blessings to yours, and you cannot do that. Comparison is the thief of joy because it really and truthfully is. Comparison is the thief of joy. I've heard that from several people, and I've heard that on several TV shows and things of that nature. It really is the thief of joy. Looking at what somebody else has on their plate, it causes you to lose focus. So you have to make sure you're always looking straight ahead. You cannot win and look to your left and to your right. And I know society teaches us to do that, but there's really no competition. We're all going through the same problems. Some people choose to speak on them, some people don't. But we're all going through something. Nobody is exempt from anything. So don't think that because something is not happening for you right now and it's happening for your neighbor, that it's never going to happen for you. Everything has its rightful place. Everything has its time. And I just want to say, you don't know what that person went through. And a lot of times we look on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, and we look at these people and we see a picture. Sometimes you don't see the problems that happened before they took the picture. A picture is just a few seconds. It takes a few seconds to post. You don't know what happened before that blessing. And I'm going to give you an example of what I'm talking about. I worked for a very reputable company, a very well-known company that's well-respected, that a lot of people are trying to get into, okay? And when I got that job, I had everybody talking to me like, how do I get in? KENOSHA, I really, really want to work there. How did you get in? I mean, honestly, it was God because I didn't know a living soul. I just applied, did the interview, and boom, I got the job. But this is a very big company. I was going, to work, and there was a specific department that I was a part of. And like I said, everybody, and this job has major perks. So with the major perks came also major things that I had to do. And I had a lot of tasks and a lot of just things that were on my plate. So like I said, everybody was like, I would do anything to get over there. I want to work where you work, blah, 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 blah. I took pictures of where I worked all the time. I looked happy on those pictures, but I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy at that place. I remember like going to work, and I remember every day almost crying in the parking lot just by seeing the name of the company, or crying, using 15 minutes of my break to go cry in the bathroom. And I remember a story about I was in the bathroom crying, and you know how somebody is just so sad, like you can hear them crying, you can hear them sniffling. Like I'm just boohooing at this point, like, oh my God, like I'm crying, 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 crying. And it was just me and another person in the bathroom. And I'm washing my hands. And this girl looks at me and she was just like, are you okay? And my eyes were bloodshot red. And I was like, oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. And she said, you want to talk about it? I was like, no, I'm fine. I'm good, And I just remember that feeling of trying to act like I had it all together at that job. That job was killing me inside. It was agonizing. And that's what I'm talking about with comparing. Like, you don't really know what happens behind the scenes. And nobody knew what happened. And I literally lied to that lady in her face and told her I was fine. And inside, I wasn't fine, And then with that job at the time, I'm like, I had bills, I had other things. Like, I could not leave that job under any circumstance. I had to put up with it. And on top of just being mentally not there with the job. I was breaking out in hives, like stress hives. I was really, really stressed. It started affecting my work performance. So I was really decreasing in my work performance. And there was, reprimands. And I also had a manager, like, it just wasn't the mental aspect. The mental aspect was a result of management. So I had a manager that literally, it was tough. It was tough with me, trying to get on the same page with this person. We just could not get along. I mean, we didn't argue or anything. It's just that they were doing, like that snake boss who's doing stuff behind the scenes to you and smiling in your face and going behind your back and just doing things. And that's the type of boss I had every day. And I was waking up every day to like an enemy, which is what I felt. And it was really, really tough. But it also gave me lots of character building. It gave me patience. It gave me endurance. It helped me to learn forgiveness, because there is something that this manager did to me and put in my files that really brought me to my knees. And it really had me praying, and just, I was really disgusted with how this manager treated me. It was to a point with that mixed in. And then when COVID happened, it's like, I didn't feel like they cared. They weren't really doing anything to help protect us from COVID. They weren't practicing really any social distancing procedures. They weren't offering a work from home assistance, like nothing. So I had to make a conscious decision, and I stepped out on faith, and I left this job. And I have been blessed beyond measure ever since. But what I'm saying is, and it was some people, they're like, I just can't believe you left. You look so happy. I'm saying this and I'm telling this story because you do not know what people are going through, what they've been through to get to their blessings. You don't know their journey. You only know what you see on the outside. And it's like looking through a house and you're only looking through the window. You don't see the leaky pipes. You don't see the cracks in the walls. You don't see the mold in that house. You don't see that the house is like 10 years old. You don't see anything like that. You just look at the house on the outside and you're like, oh, that's a nice house. I would love to have that. But what I'm saying to you is trust God's timing, and trust that whatever God has for you, it is for you. You don't have to look to your left or your right. You don't have to compare. Do not compare. What happens to us when we keep just looking at other people and what they have? We start getting sad and depressed, like, oh God, when is my time? When is it coming? God has something for us all. So you have to really focus on whatever season that you're in and be grateful and just do the absolute best in that season. So for right now, I'm in a single season. I'm in a single season where I'm focusing on my career, and I'm going to thrive in that. So as I'm being single, I might go out by myself, eat dinner by myself, eat lunch by myself, hang with my family, and really just enjoy myself and enjoy the presence of getting to know myself. And in the same essence with my career, I'm going to enjoy being the best in my career, doing great with my performance, going to work every day on time, and really contributing. So, everything that has to do with your elevation depends on what you do right now in your season. And if you're sitting here in a season and you're thinking about what you don't have instead of how you are right now and what you do have, you're going to miss the blessing. Sometimes you have to do what you need to do, feeling sad, feeling angry, feeling unsure, feeling like you don't understand it all. You still have to be the best and push through no matter how you feel. You have to get over the emotions that come with life and push yourself, because that's the only way that you're going to get blessed for elevation to the next level. So even if you feel sad or you feel down for that day, just go in there and be happy. Go in there and give it your all. Go to your job and give it your all. If you don't like the place that you are in life, it's like sometimes you have to do what you have to do until you can get to where you need to be. You just have to just suck it up as an adult. You have to take a deep breath, suck it up, and say, you know what? I'm here right now, but I won't be here forever. I'm just going to keep grinding and keep pushing. And I promise you, God will see that, and God will see that you're trying and you are doing the best that you know how to do. And guess what? You'll be ready for that next elevation. So when the next season of blessings come, you are going to be ready to be blessed. But if you look to your left and your right, you're not going to be able to focus. Your focus will be clouded. You have to look straight ahead. And most of all, you have to look up. So don't give up. Keep grinding. Keep pushing. Your time is coming. Don't compare your life to anyone else. You're special. You're beautiful. And God made you for a reason. And you have purpose. God bless you. Don't compare.